welcome to Sandy Toe Tarot. My name is Laura. It is a pleasure to be here with you guys today and to read for you. I'm doing a weekly reading today, and I have just thought of this idea for a format for a weekly reading. It will not be a pick-up card this time. It will not be timeless. So this reading will be for April 10th through the 16th, and I'm calling this the 4 Elements Weekly Tarot Messages. I will pull a card for each of the 4 elements: fire, earth, air, and water. And I will pull a different card from a different deck for each of those elements, some that I think will represent those elements well. I'll pull an oracle and then get the general message for the week from that element, and then pull any tarot cards that might be necessary to help clarify the message. So I do know my subscribers like pick-a-card readings, but I just had this idea for a weekly reading. This could help me get more readings out there. The one bad thing about them not being pick-a-cards is it's just very specific. Either the message is going to resonate with you or it is not going to resonate with you. So that means if it does resonate, great. And if you do like this and like the format, please give it a thumbs up. If it does not resonate with you, just go ahead and click off of it. It's just not your reading this time. These readings go out to a lot of people see them, so it can't possibly be for everybody. I will also say that sometimes if you're drawn to a reading, there's a message in there for you. Like if you want to stick it out, please do. I will put timestamps for the different elements, like the fire element and the earth element, and your messages from fire and earth. And that way, air and water, that way you can go to that part in the reading. If like the first part isn't resonating with you, you can get to the other parts easily and see, okay, maybe there's a message here for me. I have done that myself, picked a reading because I thought there was a message. In the beginning, there certainly was, and I had to wait it out, and the message came way later in the reading. So sometimes you don't have time to stick those things out, and I understand that, and that's fine. But, you know, this is just something I wanted to try. I thought it sounded like a good idea, and we'll see how it goes. If it doesn't work, I won't do it again, but I really just liked this idea. It's a way to get more of my oracle cards into the readings, because I do use my tarot a lot and don't use the oracles as much, although I do like my oracles. They're great. They just kind of don't fit into the tarot readings as much. So for the fire element, not fire signs, fire element. So that's an important distinction. You know, each of the elements have a zodiac sign associated with them. That's not what this is about. This is the messages for the fire signs. This is the messages for the earth signs. This is a general message for the week, and they're messages from these elements. So there would be messages from the fire elements for the week for whoever is watching, regardless of what sign you are. And as I get into these elements, I'll talk a little bit more about what they might represent and what might be showing up in the cards for you. But for the fire element, I'm using The Sacred Traveler by Denise Linn. For the earth element, I am using the Herb Crafter's Tarot, written by Letitia Guthrie and artwork by Joanna Powell Colbert. These are beautiful cards. I will say this is not tarot. They say it's tarot, but it's really oracle in a tarot format. That's a very important distinction that I make, because to me, tarot is tarot. You can deviate a little bit from the standard meanings, but they have specific meanings for a reason. So if the cards deviate too much from the standard tarot, to me it's not a tarot deck. They're great, but they're good cards. They have good messages, but they're not tarot. And this is one of those decks. To me, it's an oracle card in a tarot format. All right. For the air element, I am using Angels and Ancestors Oracles by Carl Gray. And for the water element, I'm using Whispers of Love Oracle by Angela Hartfield with artwork by Josephine Wall. And back to this one again, the Angels and Ancestors, the artwork is by Lily Moses. So just stay tuned, and like I said, I'll put timestamps for the different elements, and we'll see what messages are coming through this week. If you have not subscribed, please do so. It helps the channel, it helps me. And when you subscribe, hit that bell, and you'll be notified when I do upload a new reading. Again, if you like this video, please do give it a thumbs up, particularly for this one. I mean, the thumbs up is always great from you guys. It's great feedback. It's great for the algorithms, the YouTube algorithms. But for this particular one, it's going to be really important so I can see if you guys like this format or not. And feel free to share my channel with anybody that you think might be interested. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get started with this reading for the week of April 10th to April 16th, and I can't wait to see how this turns out. Welcome back, my friends. So what I have done here is I have chosen one card from each of these decks that I'm using to represent the 4 elements, and I will start the reading with that particular oracle card, and I will pull tarot cards to clarify if we need to clarify, and I'll just see what messages are coming through for each one of the elements, starting with fire, earth, air, and then water. So let's just see what we got for the week of April 10th through the 16th, starting with the messages from the fire element. So the message is miracles. Expect the wondrous to emerge. So I love this message. This does say that something mysterious and miraculous is getting ready to happen in your life. But the message of the card really is about letting go of fear and letting go of the way you think things should happen in your life, the way you think things should manifest in your life. You know what you want. You've put your desires out to the universe, and you kind of have expectations about how that is coming in or how you want that to come in. So this message is about letting go and letting God. Yes, be absolutely aware of what you want. Put that intention out into the universe that is what you want to happen, and then let it go and let the divine, let the universe manifest that for you, because the universe is way better at it than you are. God knows the quickest, best, fastest, most lucrative, most fun, most interesting, most challenging, most rewarding, easiest, most fluid way for you to get what you want. So this is about relinquishing control and trusting that the universe is going to bring to you that which you want in its own time, in its own way, and it's going to be better than the way you are expecting it to come in. So that is the message from the fire element this week. Let's look at, I think that's very clear. Let's look at the earth element. What message is from earth? You got the 8 of fire, ginger. These cards are so pretty. Okay, so it's interesting that we got this fire card in the earth section, but this is what's happening on the earth plane, which is your foundations, your home, money, stability. Things are happening very quickly, and you're being asked to respond very quickly to quickly changing things. There are unexpected changes coming into you, but you are able to handle this. This is like the Eight of Wands in the tarot cards. It's saying changes are happening quickly. All systems are go. There might be multiple opportunities coming into you right now, particularly if you're out there applying for jobs or something. This earth element is about money. And foundations and stability. So if you're out there looking for jobs, you're going to have a lot of opportunities coming to you for jobs. If you've been trying to manifest something in the earth plane, like a new home or a new car or something, you've been trying to buy this house, everything's been on hold, you can't find the right house, you can't find the right contract, you can't, make the right deal. This is saying all systems are go now this week. So you're going to have to respond very quickly to changes. Ginger is a hot and spicy herb. Do not sit around and wait and rest on your laurels. Do not hesitate when the opportunity comes into you. Move quickly. So that is the message that you guys have from the earth element this week. Let's look at the air element. So the air is like thoughts, ideas, wisdom, communication, travel, conflict, all those things. So the card is Elder. Move beyond ancestral patterns. This week, you are going to be called upon to react, right, to things in a different way. And how you react is really going to set the tone for your future, maybe even for your purpose here on this earth. You're being asked to move beyond ancestral patterns that have been going on in your family for generations and generations, and you're almost the chosen one, right? It is like your destiny to flip the switch on this thing that's been going on for generations and generations. My example in my own personal family is a pattern of poverty and lack. And our people have always been poor dirt farmers since the dawn of time, as best we can tell. So that is what I was born into, a family of poor dirt farmers. Not that there's anything wrong with that, by the way, making a living off the land and just, surviving and raising your kids. However, there was also, along with that, a mentality of lack. There's never enough money. You have to work your fingers to the bone just to survive. It's like scratching and digging and crawling and through the earth every single day of your life just to be able to survive. And that is definitely a lack mentality. That's certainly not having, a farm where it's very lush and green and it's beautiful and you build an empire on your farm and you are able to sustain not only you and your spouse and your family, but generations of family. That's a kind of farming too, but it's also a kind of farming it's abundant farming. It's like more than enough for just us. We can share, we got so much that we can, rent out some of this land to other people so that they can feed their families. That's not where I came from. I came from a very lack mentality. And it has been my challenge in this lifetime to overcome that struggle with just life and stability. Listen, it's not easy. It hasn't been easy. I do a lot better with it sometimes than I do it other times, but I do look back on where I came from and know that yes, I have done better than my parents and their parents before them and their parents before them. And I'm also leaving a legacy of focusing on a complete abundance and building your life out of a place of love and abundance as opposed to lack. That's just my example for what this card means. That's going to be different from all of you guys. What is the pattern in your family that, and you know what it is, because it's not only been an issue in your parents' life and their parents' life, it's also been an issue in your life. You see it. You see the problem with it, and you are being called to change it because you're the one that has the wisdom to change it. You're the one that knows how to change it. And if you don't have the wisdom to change it, you know where to go to find out how to change it. You know where to go to get the answers so that this pattern can be forever nixed from your bloodline. Okay, so nice message from the air. And what do we have from water? And water is emotions, relationships, family, dreams, intuitive messages, those kinds of things. You're gonna like this one. True love. This love is once in a lifetime. Okay, my friends. Nice. For those of you that are in a relationship, you will have a week where you just are very appreciative of this relationship and you recognize that this is such a blessing in your life. And it's one of those weeks where everything is clicking for you guys. You guys are getting along. Maybe you have some experience that bonds you even closer together. Not only are you in a relationship that is a true love and one that will last a lifetime, but you're appreciative of it this week. For my singles, it does look like somebody is coming into your life and there will be the beginning of a new relationship. And it's one that it doesn't come around every day. So this is asking you to be aware of it, look for it, it's coming. Don't dismiss it out of hand until you give it a try, because this is the real deal. All right, so let's pull all this together for the week of April 10th through the 16th. So basically, energy is swirling this week. It is moving in fast. It's coming at you fast. That's not unusual for Aries season. We are in Aries season. There is an opportunity and probably multiple opportunities for you guys coming in this week. Well, let's say there's at least one opportunity coming in for you this week, and it's coming in really quickly. It is something that looks very similar to something that you've been trying to manifest, and you consider it a miracle. It's like, I cannot believe this is actually happening. This is what I have wanted to happen, and I cannot believe it. It's not going to look the way you thought it was going to look. You did put your desire out to the universe for this. A lot of you, it's a love. It's a new love. It's a true love. You put your desire out into the universe. It's coming at you in a different way from what you expected, but it is coming to you, and it is very true. You're going to be tempted with an old pattern. Patterns show up in our relationships more than any place else, and relationships of all kinds. Those can be love relationships, those can be work relationships. And especially family, like things, we grow up in this family, we're with these people for 18 years, things happen, and so little of it is in our control about the people that you're involved in that family situation, that family dynamic and how it is and who all is there and what kind of relationship we have with the people that are there. You have so little control of it. You can control yourself, but that's it. You have no control over those people or how they act or what they do. But you're stuck in this cocoon, I guess, of the family home. And until you're 18 and emancipated, you are dealing with what you're dealing with. Well, even in the most loving and best family environments, things happen and hurts, and you grow up in this atmosphere, and you develop a role in this particular family. You can get stuck in that role. You can be out away from that family for years and years and years, and do your own thing and be your own person and have this completely different personality. But when you come back to this family unit, you revert back to that person, because that is your role in the family. This is going to trigger something in you guys that goes back to childhood, that goes back to a pattern that you have, that goes back to a pattern in your family. Like I said, ancestral patterns. There's something here that is triggered when this, even though it's a wonderful and miraculous thing that is coming into you, that you're going to have to be aware of. Because I did feel like there was a message here in this true love thing of don't miss out on it. This is saying, hey, pay attention to this. Maybe you have a habit of dismissing people when, like if you're, I don't know why this is coming to me, but like if you're a very attractive person and people are hitting on you all the time, and who's not attractive when they're in their 20s, by the way? Everybody's beautiful when they're in their 20s, but you're used to people hitting on you all the time, and so your go-to is to shut it down quickly because it just gets to be too much. It gets to be like too much energy toward you. So I did feel like there was a little bit of a warning when I was looking at this card of this could be real. Don't dismiss it out of hand. And maybe that's what this is saying here. Be aware of that pattern that you have of pushing people away, because this has got some potential, whatever this is for you. And for some of you, I really do feel like it is a new relationship. For some of you, it's whatever you've been trying to manifest, that which you desire, your heart's desire, whatever that is, that opportunity is coming into you this week. It's something that you truly love. It's something that you wanted. It comes into you in a different way. And it's all systems go. But there is that one caveat there. Beware you might have a pattern that that's going to show up when this comes in. So if you did put this desire out in the universe and you had a way that you expected it to come in, and it comes to you in a different way, it might be your pattern to say, oh, that's not what I asked for. Take a second look at it. Look at it again. It is what you asked for. It's just different than what you thought. It just looks different than how you thought it was going to look. So don't dismiss it out of hand. It's still the miracle that you wanted. I hate it when readings have warnings like that, because honestly, you cannot miss your fate. You really can't. But that's why you do readings, to see, okay, what do I just need to be aware of? And this is just something to be aware of. This miracle is definitely coming into you this week. It's all systems go. It's fast moving. It's coming at you very quickly. It's very spicy. It's very juicy. It's absolutely something that you desire. But stay open. For it to be even better than you thought it would be, than you thought it could be. Let the universe show you how miraculous it can be. Almost like you're thinking too small. All right, so that's just the messages from the 4 elements. I just got inspired to do one more thing. I'm going to get one card for each day of the week to see the energies for the week, starting with Sunday. Like I said, this is a new reading for me, and I just wanted to see how it would go, and I kind of like it. I think that's kind of cool to get the messages from the elements and then pull it together. But, you'll have to tell me what you think. So now I'm just going to do one card for each day to see what the energies are for that particular day. What's the energies for Sunday? Energy for Monday. Energy for Tuesday. Way too much. Energy for Tuesday. What you got? That looks like it. Energy for Wednesday. Take that one because it came out first. Energy for Thursday. Energy for Friday. And energy for Saturday. Okay. So just looking at it all together, this week actually has a potential to be something new, a new cycle beginning for you on Sunday. We start out with the world, which means things are moving forward. A cycle is ending in your life and a new cycle is beginning. So we get this card a lot of times when the big cycles are ending and beginning in our lives, like when you leave home, that's a new cycle that's beginning. One is complete, your childhood is completing, your adulthood is beginning. So for this to come up in this reading, this tells me that this week for a lot of you is a new beginning of a new part of your life, a new phase of your life. And it starts on Sunday. Maybe you make some decisions on Sunday about how you want your life to move forward, what you want to do, what you want to end in your life, and what you want to begin, what needs to go away, and how you can transform what is leaving your life into something that is more productive and better. Just for an example, because I've been thinking about this a lot lately myself, not changing some eating habits, but doing something very serious as far as a jump start for the metabolism and new health habits. So that would be like, if in that particular example, what would be ending in my life is the phase where I just put anything into my mouth that I want to and don't think about it too much, and beginning a new phase where I take my health very seriously and what I put into my body very seriously, and I focus on eating more healthy and getting on a healthier track. That's a very simple example, but that is what is coming to me for right now for Sunday for you guys. It's definitely a time to begin a new cycle in your life if one is warranted. Okay, so the Monday energy is the Seven of Swords, and the Seven of Swords can talk about trickery, it can talk about deceit, it can talk about thievery, it can talk about things that are going on that are pretty unpleasant, and you deciding to take your leave from it. This could be like a group that you're associated with, and you say, well, I think it might be time for me to stop with this group and maybe go find another group, or just not do what do people get together for groups for? Not do hiking at all right now, or whatever. What other kind of groups? Or not do improv classes right now. Whatever it is, it's an ending of, or a walking away from a situation that you feel like has been a little bit of a circus. It's not serving you very well at all right now at all. It's not serving you at all right now. or it's not serving you very well right now. And so you're saying, not my circus, not my monkeys. I'm leaving that situation. Okay, on Tuesday, this is a beautiful card. You have the Ace of Wands, which talks about new beginnings. Aces are always new beginnings. What Ace of Wands is basically, the meaning of the card is a new life. So there's something, kind of maybe even a continuation from both of these cards. There's a cycle that's ending here. You're leaving something, and then you move on to something that's more creative, something that's more fun, something that fits you better, something that is more for you. But there is absolutely a opportunity to start fresh on Tuesday with something brand new. Could be this thing that's coming into you, or this person that's coming into you. On Wednesday, we have the Three of Swords, which can talk about conflict. It can talk about negative energy. It can actually talk about, and I'm getting this more than anything, it can talk about illnesses, like small illnesses, not big ones, can just be not 100% health-wise, a little bit under the weather. I'm getting that with this Wednesday and Thursday thing together, the suspended person, which talks about taking a time out from, it's like an adult timeout. It can be taking a time out to look at things from a different perspective, but also can be taking a time out just because you need a time out. I'm feeling like Wednesday, you're feeling a little bit tired already from the week or under the weather, and you do actually need to retreat a little bit. You need to take care of yourself on Wednesday. And even into Thursday, you're retreating a little bit from the world to just take care of yourself. It's all about self-care. It can be retreating from the world to look at things from a different perspective too. Like if this negative energy here, like taking a time out from that to think about things in a different way. So on Friday, we have this Queen of Cups energy, which a lot of times talks about mother energy, and that's how I'm feeling it in this particular situation. I feel like when Friday comes, you are going to be in a situation where you're wanting to nurture something. May have to do with actual children, maybe just in that mother energy, you're being a good mom, you're taking care of your kids, like doing something special with your kids or something like that. Or you're helping somebody else take care of their kids. Very, very, very loving mother energy here. Can be that you're doing something with your mother. It can also just mean that you are nurturing something to give birth to something. Like you're nurturing, you're showing a project that you're working on with some love. Loving, caring, compassion. You may be called upon to be this person, or this person might be instrumental in your life on Friday. I'm drawn to the cup here, drinking from the cup. Maybe happy hour with someone who is very nurturing for you, or you have an opportunity to help, counsel someone through some obstacles that they've had this week, or they may counsel you with about some obstacles that you have had this week. Cocktails with the girls, that's what I'm getting. Okay. And on Saturday, we have a respite, we have a vacation, we have taken a break from it all. The Six of Swords does talk about, it can be actual, moving overseas or something like that, but with it showing up as just for a day of the week, it does say taking a break from your problems, taking a break from your work week, taking a break from your struggles to do something that is really fun. The swords are still in the boat, which means that the problems are still there. They're still going to be there when you go back. But because you take this little break and do something that is fun for you, then when you do go back to it, you can handle those problems better because you're just refreshed and you feel ready to conquer the world again after this mini break or this vacation or whatever you do for fun on the weekends. Go hiking or canoeing or dancing, or what do people do? I don't know. I don't know what people do on the weekends anymore. I live in Florida, so we do a lot of outdoor stuff and beachy stuff on the weekends. But it's really wide open. I guess in some parts of the world you'd be skiing right now. I don't know. All right, my friends, so that is your reading for the week of April 10th through April 16th. I think that you guys have some great things coming on. Coming up this week. There's definitely a new cycle coming. What you have been desiring is coming into you, and it's coming in quickly. Be ready to take up that mantle and go with it whenever it does come into you, and don't let all those old patterns keep you from having that which you want. Day by day, the week looks pretty good. Watch out on Wednesday for just needing to be sure to take care of yourself on Wednesday and on Thursday. Get the rest that you need. Eat right. Just get enough sleep. Do all those things that you need to do to take care of yourself so you can finish out the week strong. All right, that's all I have for y'all. Until next time, I'm sending you lots of light and love. Take care.